It is 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff show. And hump day.
Yep, nothing. You're not getting it.
No, not getting it. I'm not getting it.
You're not getting it, no.
Just a little bit?
Well, I don't know. Is it a hump day? People might have like a half day on Friday, so it might have been like midway through, like yesterday might have been hump day.
But think about it. Like, do you remember the camel commercial?
I do.
That was a cultural phenomenon.
I do, and everybody remembers it and tries to forget it until they turn on this radio program, and you have to bring things of that nature back to people. We understand the day. We get it that it's the middle of the week and we're almost at the weekend. Yes, well, we fully understand.
I'll tell you what. To get you through your midweek lull, okay, I have decided to give you not one, not two, but 3 scoops of audio for opening audio. And we're going to have a lot of fun with it. We're going to talk about dog food, throat chakra, and Prius people, Jeff.
Oh, okay. All right. And for some reason, they seem to all go together.
They do. You know, there's something about a dog food guy, somebody who's into throat chakra, and a guy or gal who drives a Prius that just, you know, they share a lot of similarities.
Yeah, okay. Throat chakra, you say, huh?
Yeah, you familiar with throat chakra?
I'm not, but let people think about it. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I bet that's what it is.
Opening audio's next. It is 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff show on your radio, 6:09, and it is time to give you guys scoops upon scoops of audio, Jeff.
Yeah.
We're just here to scoop you.
Well, I can't
we
wait
can't
for
stop
this.
the scooping.
Yeah, something about a throat. So let's get to it.
Shut up, man.
It's time for opening audio.
It's early.
On the Rizzo and Jeff show. A fun, funny way to start your day on 105.9 The Mountain.
All right, so let's start off easy. Let's start off with dog food. All right, now this has been a problem in the past, okay? Dog food and, people eating it.
Well, I don't think it's a problem, and we talked about this a couple of months ago where I told you that there's plenty of people out there, and they called.
They did call.
That have eaten dog food, that have tried the treats.
They said they're good.
Tried the milk bone, tried the bacon treats.
Bagging a pepperoni.
A pepperoni, yep. They've given it a shot.
I don't mind a pepperoni.
All right.
But anyway, there's a guy who went and got himself some snacks. He made a TikTok video, went viral because people are like, how do you not know that this is not human food? This is what he had to say for our first little bit of...
It's time for opening audio here on the Rizzo and Jeff show. A fun, funny way to start your day on 105.9 The Mountain.
So who else bought a box of these and ate half a box before you realize they're dog treats? Costco did me dirty, man.
So now he's blaming Costco and is trying to say, hey, guess what, Costco? You have mislabeled boxes, so he's filed a lawsuit. Here's the deal, bro. You ate half a box of dog treats. You couldn't tell it was kibble? All
right, it's treats, okay? So it's not the food. He's not handing
So
the
you
food.
have a dog. I don't have a dog. What's a dog treat at Costco? It's a box of bones?
Yeah,
you can't
a milk
tell
bone. Unless you get...
How do you mistake that, Jeff?
I guess if you purchase, like, their brand, maybe, like, what's their brand? I know. What is
Kirkland.
A Kirkland.
They're Kirkland.
Okay, because it's members mark over, right? Kirkland. So maybe you bought a box of the Kirkland things, and then I don't even know how you make the mistake. He's a liar. He got it because he wanted them. You went through half a box. After 2 of them, they weren't tasting different.
Right.
And you're not. It's not like you're buying, Rizzo, like a little thing of Cheez-Its.
Now, these aren't
huge box. It's a huge
By the
box.
way, the Kirkland dog treats are either Riley's Organic Apple Bone Treats or Flexi Sticks Jerky Strips. Okay?
Right,
by Kirkland.
Okay.
They say dog biscuits on them. Here, allow me to show you a picture of it. There's no mistaking what he bought.
Did he slip up with the jerky? That could be it. But he went box. He said box. Jerky comes in the bag.
It comes in the bag. He went box.
Oh,
Chicken meal and rice. And there's a picture of a fat dog.
He's a liar. He went in.
He is.
He ate them. He ate half,
Yep.
and then he wanted to make a video to get half his money back. I would tell him absolutely no way.
Yeah.
And then you ban. You know what you do to him?
You take his membership, don't you?
No, you keep his membership, but you ban him from the food court. So he can't get the big, 75,000
ice
pound hot
cream.
dog and the hot dog.
Oh, and the hot dog.
Yeah.
Oh, that's vicious.
I know.
You can't be that vicious.
That's who I am.
bad.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's time for opening audio here on the Rizzo and Jeff Show. A fun, funny way to start your day on 105.9 The Mountain.
Secondarily, let's talk a little throat chakra. You familiar with throat chakra?
Tell me more.
There's a woman who believes that she is in constant communicado with aliens. If that is the case, aliens, they receive radio transmission some point in the distant future, maybe millions of years from now. It's 2024. Come and say hi to us. But throat chakra is when you use your throat to speak to aliens, and this is what she said.
My star family, the Syrians, showed me before I was able to start talking about this and sharing my story on YouTube, before I was comfortable with being myself and who I truly was. They showed me this lifetime, and they said that it was greatly affecting my throat chakra and that it had to be cleared.
So obviously the life that we live greatly affects our throat chakra. So that's the So you need to kind of like a couple times a day.
Is that what you do?
Yeah.
Ways you can work out your throat.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. For everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Make
Each their own.
Yeah.
It's time for opening audio here on the Rizzo and Jeff Show. A fun, funny way to start your day on 105.9 The Mountain.
I don't want to come down on hippies. Okay? I love everybody. All right? Now, here's the thing. There is a difference between hippies and people who drive Priuses. I don't know if many of you have seen that episode of South Park where they say that people who drive Priuses a lot of times are so smug they like the smell of their own farts.
Right.
And they go, thanks, and they talk with their eyes closed.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. A Prius person, they're different than most.
They are.
Yeah.
And it's like, we get it. What do you want? Like they want you to go up and say, hey, thanks for saving
Thanks
the
for plugging your
planet.
car in, yeah.
Thanks for being cool. So anyway, we have Prius people problems, and this is a rebel Prius person.
So she came up to my driveway in the middle of the day twice to steal these chairs. So I check my cameras and I see brazen in the middle of the day a white woman pull up in front of my house in a blue Prius, get out, walk up to my driveway and snag the chairs and then scurry back to her car. And she did it twice.
Tell you what, Papito, that's a Prius person on the come up. That's a Prius person who realized that they can't just be a Prius person. That is that's a nitty-gritty dirty band kind of gal.
Listen, non-suspecting, right?
That's
You
true.
would never think that
Prius
you see a Prius coming down the road,
No.
they steal lawn gnomes.
That's true.
But that's what Prius people do.
That's what they do.
They like your plastic lawn furniture and your lawn gnomes. And I think that is a large portion of people that drive around in Prius.
So listen, if you know someone or you're driving a Prius right now, you steal lawn gnomes. You steal chairs.
It's a white woman, she said?
I believe she said, there's some white woman.
Okay.
And here's the funny part. I don't know what that has to do with it.
Thanks for pointing that out.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Work on your throat chakra, okay? All right.
Well, that was something. Rizzo and Jeff. One is obsessed with his dog, the other with fiber. And people want them to come over and hang out? Just consider yourself lucky you just have to hear them and not smell them. More Rizzo and Jeff Show coming up after a quick break on 105.9 The Mountain.
105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show. Do we give this guy props, or do we kind of feel bad that we have these three beautiful women who were just glowing with love and pregnancy, and now they're just...
I'm going to tell you why, and you're going to hear this. They all knew what was going on and what was happening here, okay?
Do you believe that, Jeff?
Well, each one of them, and even, okay, let's just say it's not the wife. The other two knew, but didn't say anything about it. So there's a lot going on here. It's hard for everybody. The wife should be the only one mad in this situation. That's it. Nobody else should be angry. Okay?
All right, this is what happened. There are three women, 3 pregnant women, and boy, are they glowing.
We all find out that we're pregnant. Me, my little sister, and my best friend. We all find out that we're pregnant like within a week and a half of each other. We're doing everything together, right? We're going shopping for baby stuff. We're making our baby registries. Awesome. We're doing the whole thing together. And we are planning a baby shower. So we're at the baby shower. And I walk into the laundry room. There's my husband making out with my best friend. I'm like, what's going on here? Of course, they come out and tell me that the baby's his and blah, 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 blah. And then my sister walks in behind me and goes, what's going on in here? You and I are having a baby together. And who? Excuse me?
So basically, the wife, the sister, and the BFF who have been traveling together in a group, celebrating each other's pregnancy, find out that at the baby shower, the guy shows up, and he's Papa to not 1, not 2, but all 3.
So he was doing it with the wife, with the best friend, and the little sister, and all of them are now currently pregnant with his child.
Here's my thing. First off, that's an expensive couple nights out, my friend. That's that is 18 years, 3 people, and they're all going to stay close. I mean, you got a sister, a wife. Now, granted, that might cause some friction, but it's obviously this guy's fault. But then again, it's like, I mean, is he like Slick Willie?
Well, here's the thing.
I got to be honest with you. This sounds like a Slick Willie Clinton move to me.
Listen. I don't know. It's Slick Willie. I don't know how deep he went. But Bill Clinton there. But he watched his P's and Q's a little bit.
He did watch his P's and Q's.
Until he had to tell the truth. But he rode the lie for as long as he possibly could. But look, at the end of the day, it's family and best friends.
At least he admitted it, I guess. I mean, he was just straight up about it. He's like, look, I'm Papa.
Look, and they're all going to sit together and for the next 18 years make his life a living hell.
Okay, but think about it. So let's just say, I'm just trying to think about this in my own personal life. So let's say me and baby hands. Okay, so then if she had a sister, which she doesn't, I would be the dad, but also the uncle, and then the best friend.
Well, what? So then you're just another dad.
But would I be the dad, or would I also be the dad, the uncle, and then like the?
Well, if they chose you as the godfather,
the godfather for the third baby,
the godfather and father, you could be all wrapped into one big thing there.
Maybe that's what happened. Maybe he said to them. Maybe he said, "Ladies, I'm gonna give you a love for you."
You think he said it like that?
All right.
Well,
my name is Rizzo. I'm going to give you an offer you can't refuse.
First off,
I'm going to give you a body you can't refuse.
I got to tell you, your offer would be turned down in a second. Okay, his, he got 3. Yours canceled. Forget it.
Okay, well, we hope that you're laughing and trying to figure out how these guys come up with this stuff. Truthfully, we don't have a clue, and we don't really want to. The Rizzo and Jeff Show tries hard. Doesn't that count? We'll be right back on 105.9 The Mountain.
It is 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock. The Rizzo and Jeff Show. 6:46. School is not out. School is very much in. Whether you're in Buncombe County, Haywood County, Jackson, wherever you're at, for a fact that school is back.
Yeah, I see it. It's walking the dog, and then you don't realize at like 3 o'clock where all these kids coming from. It's like, whoa, what happened? Yeah.
Speaking of which, shout out to Jeremy and everyone over there at Buncombe County Transportation. We're going to be bringing them lunch a little bit later today. But school is back in. And with that comes, dropping off and picking up the kids. And I went to pick up the Bambine yesterday. And they actually have a really cool system. It's like, you put in a thing in a window and they call the name and they walkie-talkie the name. So they walkie-talkie his name. They're like, Bambine. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I drive up and I drive up to where he's at, which is at number 3. But then I pull up and I say, hey, get in the car. Right. And then they're like, no, drive down, drive down. So I thought they were just trying to move traffic forward, which would make a lot of sense. So I get down to number 5. And there is another child there. And they open the door, and the child looks at this big, fat, bald man in horror and says, oh, my stars.
Is that what he said?
This is not.
Oh.
This is not my papa.
He said, "Oh my stars."
He said, "Oh my stars."
Oh, he could be another kid of yours.
He said,
"You don't know about it." If he's saying, "Oh my stars," because you're the only one that says that.
Oh,
so
come on! Everyone says, "Oh my stars."
He must be related to you somehow.
So he says, "Oh my stars," and he was like backing away, and I was like, "That's not mine. Mine's back there at number 3.
That's
Can you
mine,
get? That's not mine. Could you grab mine, the Bambine, bring him up?" So I start yelling his name, and he comes up, and the cat. It's just and maybe I guess I just wanted to ask you this. Am I that scary looking? I get that the kid may have been in first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Am I scary looking? Because tell you, they opened the door and that kid recoiled like I was Alien versus Predator, man.
What'd you have in the back seat? A bag of lollipops?
Well, what's funny?
What was in the back seat?
So I had my work bag. I had some micellar water. I had some crayons. Okay. And I had a football.
Okay.
Or excuse me, a soccer ball.
A soccer ball. Wow.
Yeah, soccer ball.
That sounds like a white van kit, driving around the neighborhood.
It was a white Subaru kit.
Maybe that's the upgraded one, but that sounds like a kit that you would put in a white van that has no windows. I gotta tell you.
So do you think that I just felt like bad? Like, and I got the Bambine. They fixed it. Obviously, it was just an honest mistake. But, I feel like you got the walkie-talkies. You're there. You're doing your thing. And it's like this kid's recoiling at the sight of me. And it's like, am I that bad?
So now you have to think to yourself, if you're anywhere within a school zone.
Well, that's what I'm worried about.
Are other children? Do you give off that look? Are you stranger danger?
Am I scared? Yeah, that's exactly right.
The Rizzo and Jeff Show on 105.9 The Mountain. Find us on all socials, 105.9 The Mountain, and by searching Rizzo and Jeff Show on all podcast platforms.
It is 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock. You are listening to the Rizzo and Jeff Show. 7:01 on the button. The J&N brought to you by Train Heating and Cooling Systems. They are tested, retested, engineered, and re-engineered to keep up with you because we all run together. Visit traininfo.com to find your local independent train dealer. That's traininfo.com because it's hard to stop a train.
The JNN. No longer Asheville's newest, but still least reliable news outlet. Guys, can't we just tell them to go to 828news.com? All right, fine. The JNN Jeff News Network is ready to inform, enlighten, and, well, keep trying anyways. The JNN is on 105.9 The Mountain now.
All right, so around 5 p.m. Yesterday, several people called 911 to report a man who was pointing a rifle at them. Chatham Road and Merriman kind of was closed down that area, or you were asked to really avoid it.
Yes.
At that time, because there was a guy shooting a rifle at people. So, the man pointed his rifle at officers, and they're calling an officer-involved shooting occurred. Okay,
stunning.
He was barricaded himself inside, where he was later found deceased. The investigation's still going, but it sounds like to me, it was from that the officer-involved shooting, which of course had to happen because you're pointing your gun at officers, and that's what it is. I guess the guy also had assaulted a city Asheville worker with a shovel. So he just losing his mind yesterday and pointed the rifle. So you play stupid games. These are the results that you get.
Well, let me just give a quick shout out to the Asheville, Buncombe County sheriffs, the Asheville cops, all that. Because guess what? Let me tell you something. You point a rifle at me,
I'm going home to my family. You're not. And that's just how it works.
It is what it is. And to try to even de-escalate that, there's nearby. There was a couple citizens I think that it had passed because this guy went nuts. So thank God for them. A lot braver than we are, Jeff.
Oh, that's 110%. Yep.
What? Are we still doing this? Really? Wow. Okay. The JNN is puttering, be it around the 828, out in Canton, being lapped by silver sneakers at the French Broad River, or just rereading news by reputable news sources. The JNN is on your radio now on 105.9 The Mountain.
So, Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce, of course.
Makes me so mad.
Of course, Travis Kelce, who we know is dating Taylor Swift. Jason Kelce, who just retired, right?
An NFL Hall of Famer.
Yep, they both are Super Bowl champions, the whole deal. And they had their extremely popular podcast. It's called New Heights. And
It is great.
a deal was announced yesterday that they made a deal with Amazon to have their podcast. It's called Amazon's Wondery, and it is reportedly worth more than $100 million over the course of 3 years. 3 years. Over $100 million.
Now, granted, the Rizzo and Jeff show is used to this kind of contract. Obviously, $100 million a year is kind of where we're at. But I'm proud of them for stepping out of the NFL and kind of coming into our realm. And hopefully, maybe one day they can reach our level. But I want to wish them all the luck in the world. And since it's exclusively on Amazon, now you're going to have to pay Amazon to be able to access this podcast, which was ostensibly for free on all platforms, much like the Rizzo and Jeff show, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they want our deal. 3 months with a company option. If you want to go, if we want you to go, you go. So
right. We have to pay them to leave. You know what I mean?
We work week to week, folks.
We've asked them to stop, but they just keep making it worse. So we pick and choose our battles. The Jeff News Network, or as you might know it, the JNN, is on your radio, limping like it's anchored to the finish line. We promise it'll all be over soon, and then back to some music on 105.9 The Mountain.
A state prison in Ohio says that for the first time in the state's history, and I've got to be honest with you, this might be the first time in the history of America, not just the state's history, that a 5-course meal has been served to members of the public with food prepared by incarcerated men. Okay.
Gotta tell you, this is not a good idea.
Now listen. And I can't believe this. Almost 60 people dined at the Grafton Correctional Institution, where these men prepared the meal, and I guess there were fruits and veggies in a garden. This is, I guess, kind of like a thing that they're teaching them while they're in there. So they had 60 people who decided, and they saw this, let's go have dinner on the grounds of a prison, and they have people like waiting on them and all kinds of stuff. Well, I don't know.
If you want to head to 2500 Avon Belden Road in Grafton, Ohio, 44044, quite a menu. This is quite the big campus. This is something.
The campus.
Quite the campus. A lot of prisoners there. This is a maximum security. They have a maximum security wing here. They have some murderers. I assume the murderers probably didn't partake.
How do you know? But look, let me tell you.
I don't know, because what if they poison your steak?
This doesn't sound bad. Now reading into it a little more, a 5-course meal, a beet salad with goat cheese and greens. You got a kale purse, they call it, with farmer cheese.
Food.
Guests ate roasted salmon topped
Jeff.
with béarnaise sauce, roasted lamb, okay, and dessert included corn cake with blueberry compote and chantilly cream.
Okay. Right. What are we doing here? This isn't the Big Bopper with Chantilly.
Okay.
All right, here's the deal. Listen, not going to prison. It is what it is. I will say this, though. Baby Hands wasn't so mad at me. I would take her to a prison dinner, but she would never talk to me again.
Really?
Oh, my God. Can you imagine? Oh, hi, sweet pea. And then we roll up to the Grafton Correctional Institute.
I got to tell you, man. By the sounds of that meal, I gotta tell you, I want BTK cooking me up something. I gotta tell you.
You want a Raider lunch? It's 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock. Rizzo and Jeff show at 7:14, and people are interesting, Jeff. Two very different kind of people, but nonetheless interesting people. One, we have a bellhop or a maitre d', somebody who serves at a hotel.
Okay, right. That's that's a nice hotel.
Admirable, nice
Right,
hotel.
right.
Does good things, helping out the guests, and this guy helped himself to some of the guests' belongings.
Oh, he's got my knickers. He's sniffing them. Oh, he's actually taken my knickers. He's sniffing them.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's put them in his pocket.
So he was sniffing her knickers and then putting them in her pocket.
Well, in his pocket.
In his pocket, excuse me.
In his pocket.
But you walk in and you see somebody doing that. What do you do? Do you just say, hey, hands off the knickers?
No, well, I think it's all over for them. You just got to let them slide. They belong to him now.
See, why does he automatically get them? Why are they his? I don't like that.
I understand. He sniffed them. They must have smelled good, depending on what he's into. But they must have smelled okay for him to want to pocket them. I mean, he obviously is bringing them home for later, right? Whether he puts them on or wraps them around his head. I don't know, whatever he's going to do. But
it's just, listen, there are just some weird folks out there, and I love the whole Stay Weird Asheville thing, but I feel like this is a little too much.
Well, if she
leave the lady's knickers alone, her pants.
She caught him doing it.
I know.
Imagine all the times he hasn't been caught. Yes.
I know. And then here's another thing. How inebriated do you have to be to believe that somebody's leg is a bathroom facility? That's what happened with a police officer up north at, you guessed it, a country music show.
I don't think anyone should be peeing on anybody.
I think that's pretty wild. I've been to a lot of...
By the way, that's a good rule of thumb. I'm sorry if in case we missed that. You know, I feel like that's kind of like a good rule of thumb to kind of live by.
Yeah, don't pee on anybody. Got it. Okay, got it.
No, I don't think anyone should be peeing on anybody.
Good,
I think that's pretty wild. I've been to a lot of concerts, and that I don't ever hear that.
It sounds disgusting and horrifying. And just the fact it's an officer, you would think they're there to protect you from people like that.
So what happened was the police officer, I guess, was so inebriated that he thought that, I guess, a leg was a bathroom, and he just kind of went. Look, we've all made mistakes. Ozzy Osbourne, ladies and gentlemen, lest we forget, went to the bathroom on the Alamo.
Did you ever think that he was at the show, he whips it out, and then you walked into the stream? Could that have been a possibility?
So you're saying there was a cross streamer. So you're thinking this is an innocent.
Well,
no, because he's whipping out and being. You got to go to the bathroom.
Well, have you ever been to like a country show or things of that nature?
Well, I've been to a show, but it's hard to get to the bathroom. It's like an hour wait.
You better believe it. So maybe somebody just came in. It was just contact that wasn't supposed to happen, and maybe the other person just walked right into the stream. Maybe he didn't just sit there pick a leg. Nobody picks a leg.
Right, nobody picked a leg. You're right. So this was, Johnny Strong stream, and then somebody just happened to walk through the stream, and then now it's a big hullabaloo. But had they not walked into the stream, none would be the wiser.
You got it. Right? Ever happened to you?
Okay.
It's happened to plenty of us.
It's happened to plenty of us. You're right. So you know what? Panty guy, but you know what? This guy, you know what? You interrupted his stream. That's on you.
It's on you.
It's on you. All right.
That was something. At this point, something is the bar we're shooting for, so we've reached it. What do you expect? You get what you get. The Rizzo and Jeff Show will be back on 105.9 The Mountain.
Yeah, well, you remember them. But
you remember the show, The Ropers?
The 1 year bomb job of a show that was?
Listen. John, what do you think about the Ropers here before we talk about them, huh?
The Ropers was a cool couple that lived downstairs with old Jack and Chrissy and that other girl, and
Janet,
the woman always come up in the petticoat with the curly hair, talked about Stanley, Stanley, and he was kind of odd, a little bit weird, but.
Did you ever watch The Ropers, the actual show The Ropers, where he was? Did you ever watch the show The Ropers?
A few of them back in the day, and what was that, late 70s, early 80s or something, whatever.
Late 70s, yeah.
After they shut down Three's Company, they did The Ropers.
Correct, even after old Don Knotts come on there.
I love Don Knotts. Why are there so many ostriches? I love Donnie Knotts. But you know what? The Ropers to me was an underrated show, Johnny.
Well, it was pretty good, and everything. It's kind of like that stupid show Soap, that was the dumbest show ever made to man. Okay?
Ouch! I mean, I don't know if we're on that level. The Ropers, I get sexed up and excited talking about the Ropers. I mean, Mrs. Roper would always, and thank you for your call, Johnny. We'll get some ACDC on for you later in the hour here. But, I got to be honest with you. This Miss Roper really got people going. They have a pub crawl, Jeff. That's why we're talking about this.
Yeah. There's she is Helen Roper is back at it, and it seems to me that wasn't she just like this she frustrated, middle-aged woman that's trying to wasn't that the show? She was trying to fit in with the rich people.
Well, and she was also trying to get herself a jack attack.
Right.
So before I get to the Ropers, this is kind of why we're talking about them. This is going viral. This is one of the biggest stories in the news today that this even happened. I didn't even know this was a thing.
A lot of people driving past us with their windows down and their phones up so that they could record us as we were going by. It was fun. It was a spectacle for sure.
Mrs. Roper as a character was so loud herself in her fashion choices and her hairstyle and all of that. You can pretty much take it in whatever direction you want.
So my question is this. Norman fell with the plunger?
Yeah, okay, but
Audrey?
So do people know if you're doing a Helen Roper pub crawl? Do they know?
You're Helen Roper?
Are they going to know? What gives that away that they would know that?
All right, listen, 828-240-1059, because I am an adamant believer that people know the Ropers. I'm an adamant believer that was a popular show. I'm an adamant believer that they went behind the scenes to cancel that show.
It was on for 2 seasons.
Listen,
Rizzo.
They did it on purpose, Jeff. The Ropers was, I'm going to throw it out there, a top 30 show of all time.
No.
25.
No, it was just as bad when they did, what'd they do? It was called After MASH. Like MASH and then
you
After
can't
MASH.
compare. After MASH was awful.
And that was
Aftermath. That was one of the best shows of all time. It had the biggest watch finale ever. You can't compare that to the Ropers. The Ropers were great.
After MASH was like 2 seasons too, so they tried to do that with that as well.
Well, there's no After MASH pub crawls, and the point is, for those of you that are just tuning in, this pub crawl is about the Ropers. Would you Roper crawl? Would you go on a Roper crawl? Because I got to tell you, I'm ropered.
Really?
I'm ropered up. I'm ropered in.
You're going to dress up like Helen Roper just to go have a beer?
If I was allowed to dress up like Helen Roper, I put the curlers in. I can't come to work dressed like Helen Roper.
You live in Asheville. Yes, you can. You can dress up like Helen Roper and get away with it.
We have tickets to ZZ Top, all right? 828-240-1059. I would like to speak with a legitimate fan of the Ropers, not Three's Company. If you could tell me why you love the Ropers.
Okay.
All right? You're going to be one of our qualifiers for some ZZ Tops. Unless you blow me away with your Roper knowledge, then I'm just...
Yeah, and don't worry out there, everybody. I'll keep the phone lines wide open. Okay.
Is there anyone calling 828-240-1059?
The phone lines will be wide open for you right now this morning.
Crickets.
To have Roper chat with Rizzo.
Well, that was something. Rizzo and Jeff. One is obsessed with his dog, the other with fiber. And people want them to come over and hang out? Just consider yourself lucky you just have to hear them and not smell them. More Rizzo and Jeff show coming up after a quick break on 105.9 The Mountain.
It is 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock. That was Nirvana, and what a lead-in. All apologies, because, Jeff, I believe I deserve one because I think we got a Roper fan on the phone, Jeff.
Yeah, well, if there's one in town, it has to be Grandma Emma. Okay?
Grandma Emma, do you love the Ropers? How you feeling?
You're so wrong this morning. This is Wrong Wednesday for you. I love them on Three's Company, but did not care for the spinoff.
Wait a minute. You always agree with me. You always vote for me in listener court, and you're telling me I'm wrong this Wednesday?
Yes, I'm so sorry. You know, you have to be wrong at least once in your life.
What did you not like about the Ropers? What didn't you like about the Ropers? Because they were just the same Ropers as they were on Three's Company. He was silly with his plunger. She was silly with her curls. What was the difference, Grandma Emma?
to me, they just fell flat without the rest of the crew. And, I mean, it's like Joni and Chachi. Remember them? It fell flat, too. But Laverne and Shirley didn't.
Okay,
Joni
Loves Chachi was actually one of my favorite shows. I love Scott Baio.
Didn't that show actually hung on for a little bit, didn't it? Like 5 or 6 seasons?
It wasn't great, though,
Okay.
and I see what you're saying, but, I mean, you really are comparing Joni Loves Chachi to the Ropers, a primetime quality top 25 show of all time?
Absolutely.
Okay,
I like the cut and dry combo this morning. I'm with it. Yeah.
I'm a little hurt, but I still love you, okay?
I love you, too.
All right. You have a great day. Listen, that's it. Listen, I thought I'd get one, Jeff.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I told you, none were coming, all right?
Listen,
nobody came to watch the show. Nobody cares about talking about the Ropers this morning.
All right, listen, we're talking fruity pizza.
Okay.
All right? Coming up. Until then, I will be the only man that appreciated that zebra print robe, Mrs. Roper's beautiful Sherry Lewis-like hair, those lips of shame, that zebra caboose, you name it, she's got it. Meow, Mrs. Roper.
Wow, you better get home before you pick the kid up from school. Hope your lady's waiting. Let her know. Helen Roper got you going.
Here's Brian Adams, 105.9 The Mount. It is 105.9 The Mount, Asheville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff show on your radios. Coming up, the fruit on pizza debate. Now, this debate has been raging, Jeff, because banana pizza is apparently a thing. It's back. And it's back.
Well, it was a thing?
It's been a thing.
Bananas on
banana
pizza.
Pizza. You've never heard of banana pizza?
Not one time in my life.
Well, there's banana pizza. There are people who do pineapple on pizza. There's people who do ham and pineapple. There's bananas. There's fruit. You've never had plantain pizza?
Fruit does not belong on pizza. At all.
It's the sweet, savory thing,
no,
bro.
I don't give a crap. Stop with that. I'm tired of that.
Listen,
Who are you, Bobby Flay? None of that matters, okay?
828-240-1059. We got tickets to ZZ Top. Coming up, we're going to be talking about fruits on a pizza because I want to tell you about the banana pizza. And let me tell you something. This happy banana is very excited.
You would yap a Chiquita pizza.
I would absolutely yap a Chiquita.
A dolza.
A dolza, right? 828-240. I can't be alone, right?
You are singularly the only person.
The Roper thing I thought I wasn't alone on, but there's got to be people. The banana pizza is the third most ordered pizza in the state of North Carolina.
I'm telling you, you were riding solo on a Roper and banana on pizza. You're gonna fall flat.
We'll see.
All right.
Find out more interesting tidbits about them every morning right here on 105.9 The Mountain.
105.9 The Mount, Asheville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff show. The third most popular pizza in North Carolina is the banana pizza, Jeff, and we're going to talk about it coming up after the J&N, but we got some banana pizza lovers on the phone, huh?
The banana pizza in North Carolina. What a travesty.
Good morning. Hello.
Good morning. Well, I tell you what, I'm probably the only person in the world who hates pizza, and I would eat a banana pizza before I would eat a pepperoni pizza.
So you would eat a banana pizza before you ate a pepperoni pizza is what you're saying?
I would eat a fruit pizza. I'd put anything on a pizza, but pizza stuff.
Well, I'll tell you what. I like that you like a banana pizza. It shows me you're a woman who knows how to like tasty things.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
You know what? That's the kind. Say you'd redeem yourself. May not like a Roper, but like a Dole pizza. How about that, huh?
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Meow. All right, Grandmama, thanks for the call, okay?
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, 828-240-1059. The Banana Pizza Clan is coming strong, Jeff.
They're not coming strong at all. They're about as flat as the Roper combo.
It's 105.9 The Mount, Asheville's classic rock. That was Thin Lizzy. And finishing up this conversation, banana pizza, the third most popular pizza in all of North Carolina. Jeff, you're not in on it at all. It is what it is. You're just a grumposaurus.
I'm not a grumposaurus. I just don't think it's something that exists. No, I'll pass on it time and time again. I'll pass.
Well, let's see what Zach has to say. Zach, good morning, man. What do you think here, huh?
Hello, sir.
How you doing, buddy?
All right, just getting
We're just working a little bit.
Well, while you're working, what do you think about banana pizza?
I don't like any fruit on any pizza. I like pepperoni pizza. I don't know why they've come up with all these oddball combinations over the years.
Now, I agree
with
there's
you.
oddball combinations, but think about it. You have like pineapple pizza. You have like that sweet but savory flavor. Isn't that like, don't you like that concoction?
Nah, but think about it. Next, they're going to have you all fruit pizza, and you're going to have bananas, apples, and pineapples. All on one.
Yeah, well, you know what? That sounds like my kind of pizza. Do me a favor. I appreciate your call. Hang on for just 1 second. Banana pizza seems to really be debating and really dividing the people this morning. Elena, hello. Good morning.
Hey, what's going on?
Nothing much. What do you think here, huh?
Well, banana pizza wouldn't be my first choice, but it is served at my favorite pizza place in town. They don't even serve pineapple.
So you're saying you are or not a fan because you're saying they don't serve pineapple, but they do serve banana, so you've had nanner pizza.
Yeah, well, you have to add something to it, not just the bananas, to what is the word, balance out the taste.
Okay, right,
God.
to balance out the umami, the sweet, the savory, the succulence, the mwah.
Absolutely.
So you'd go in on a nanner pizza?
Yeah, I would definitely go for it. And if you want to try it, they have it at the what is it called? Standard Pizza Company here at Haywood Road.
Well, you know what?
Really? You are going to try it.
I'm going to tell you what. I'm looking at them, writing it down right now. I'll tell you what. That sounds delicious, and thank you for letting me know. Hold on for 1 second, okay? I appreciate you calling. There it is, Jeff. I got a banana pizza to try. It's
real.
It's real, baby.
It's happening. Oh, no.
So we got a lot to get to coming up after the Rolling Stones. Jeff and I, we're going to be talking about a mistake I made. I'll be honest with you. I made a mistake today. I was a little trigger happy with something, Jeff, and came up and bit me in the hiney.
Yeah, I tell you what. You're trying to you're moving too fast.
I am.
You gotta slow it down. Slow it down, darling, okay?
It is 105.9 The Mount Nashville's Classic Rock. 8:02. The JNN brought to you by Train Heating and Cooling Systems that are tested, retested, engineered, and re-engineered to keep up with you because we run together, okay? Visit traininfo.com to find your local independent train dealer. That's traininfo.com because it's hard to stop a train.
The JNN. No longer Asheville's newest, but still least reliable news outlet. Guys, can't we just tell them to go to 828news.com? All right, fine. The JNN Jeff News Network is ready to inform, enlighten, and, well, keep trying anyways. The JNN is on 105.9 The Mountain now.
All right, so do you remember the Seinfeld episode where it was Kramer's coffee table book about coffee tables that turned...
Yes, it was a great idea, and they did a thing.
That turned into a coffee table?
Yeah.
Well, Pizza Hut has invented a box that folds into a miniature table for your moving day pizza. So you can eat pizza, like, on the floor. So you go to make the move, you know that everything's loaded up, or, well, like I do, you just pay movers come and load everything for you because I don't want to lift the thing. Well, now what you're able to do is you take the box and you're able to fold it so it turns into a little table underneath your box of pizza while you eat. Why didn't anybody think of this idea a long time ago? I don't get it.
That's a good question. Because they're not geniuses like Cosmo.
Well, maybe
they're not Cosmo Kramer level thinkers.
I wonder if they stole the idea from him, like the concept of the idea.
Well, I mean, look, what's the saying? There's no original ideas left in the world anymore. I mean, I guess everything has been thought of, but it's just a matter of implementation.
That's it.
All you got to do is implement, baby. Call me Implement Andy, because I'm here to implement.
I'm not calling you that. No.
What? Are we still doing this? Really? Wow. Okay. The JNN is puttering, be it around the 828, out in Canton, being lapped by silver sneakers at the French Broad River, or just rereading news by reputable news sources. The JNN is on your radio now on 105.9 The Mountain.
All right, so imagine this happens to you. You're out on, like a quad, okay? And you're riding around and you have a serious head injury and you go, oh, this is just terrible. Yeah, and you need emergency surgery. What you don't want to have happen is that the doctor allowing his 13-year-old daughter to take part in the operation and even drilling a hole in the skull. Now, luckily, the operation was said to have gone off without an issue. The patient is still unable to work and do certain things, but it wasn't until this past April that an anonymous complaint was logged to the prosecutor's office alleging that this had happened. So the doctor was allowing his daughter to drill holes in skulls as he was doing brain surgery on patients. So.
Well, that's good. I mean, brain surgery's easy. I mean, allowing people to just kind of hang around. I mean, gotta love brains. Listen, here's the thing. I mean, you and I could do
brain
yeah,
surgery?
gotta love brain surgery. Everyone go, what I mean? It's just one of them things you gotta love.
Right,
you understand brain surgery. I think it's, 2 years of school to be a brain surgeon? Nothing crazy. You know what I mean? Like, it's all easy,
I love it. Sunday football, days out with the family at the water park.
Take a scalpel. There it is. That's what I'm saying.
To stop, but they just keep making it worse. So we pick and choose our battles. The Jeff News Network, or as you might know it, the JNN, is on your radio, limping like it's anchored to the finish line. We promise it'll all be over soon, and then back to some music on 105.9 The Mountain.
All right, have you ever been in just like a big dispute with a neighbor, just the one that you just can't let go, and you're going to win it? No matter what it is.
No matter what.
Yeah.
It's there are people that are like that. Yeah.
A retired couple has lost their life savings in a bitter feud with a neighbor over a fence. Over a fence. A retired couple says they did that, went through their entire life savings in a bitter legal battle with a neighbor over a fence that was put up on a shared driveway. The couple sought an injunction to have them take it down, saying it obstructed the entrance to their property. And they spent their entire life savings fighting.
Well, here's the thing: is this? And again, look, I would love to have $45,000 because I could buy a car. I could, fix Baby Hands' car that really needs some fixing. It's going to blow up soon. But $45,000 is your life savings. This is what they said.
Our next door neighbour erected a fence on our boundary. We were harassed and bullied into submission. And in the finish, because the law wouldn't listen, we had to take the fence down just to get somebody to listen. That is basically the whole story, apart from the £45,000 that we've spent, which is a lot of money.
I mean, so that's about $60,000. But I mean, you've saved your whole life. That's all. What are you spending your money on? You're like 100 years old, bro.
Well, who knows what it costs to live where they live? It could be in the middle of nowhere where they're at, so that could go a long way.
Yeah.
But at some point, if you're blowing through the life savings, leave the friggin' fence up and just let it be. You can pull your car in.
But you know what? He's one of
you.
I'm this guy. You do this to me. You come after me. You put a fence on my lawn. I'll sledgehammer it down.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go through legal. I'd just break it.
Yeah. Well, he did. He got arrested. You're going to blow through your life savings.
Well, that's a 3, 2, 1. Yep, it's gone. Rizzo and Jeff show. Has anyone yet to go in, or have they gone in on the pumpkin spice anything?
Yeah, well, you did it this morning at our usual daily Dunkin' jaunt that we do every morning, and I brought it up. I said it. Maybe I shouldn't have said it.
You did,
but then you went in. You said I have to have it, and then generally pumpkin spice brings a little joy and laughter, a little levity into your life. With all the crazy things that are going on.
Yeah.
And, I looked over at you and I noticed I don't see that same joy and laughter today after sipping out of that. Is there something wrong with it?
Well, there's a lot going on, and as you guys can hear, you might not be able to see, but I don't usually have this much coffee. Hold on.
It's full. It's like
I don't usually have this much coffee left at 8:19. Now, my thing is
why'd you do it?
Okay.
It's 90 degrees today.
Okay, because I love pumpkin. I love pumpkin spice, but I feel like I went a little trigger happy on it. And, I know Starbucks did theirs on Monday. I know Dunkin's doing theirs today. Are you currently in line to get some pumpkin? Because maybe it's time. Maybe it's not pumpkin time yet. You know what I mean? Maybe it's not pumpkin time.
No, it's got to be after Labor Day, maybe even mid-September. I'll tell you what.
I disagree with that, though. See, I would think the pumpkin starts mid-August, Jeff, but I'm not feeling it. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with me today.
When the first haunted house begins, all right, wherever it may be, when the first haunted house happens, when it's the first weekend for that, that's when you go in. It's way too soon for that to happen.
Listen, okay, 828-240-1059. We already have a few qualifiers for our ZZ Top tickets today. Look, is there someone who got pumpkin spice? Be it from Starbucks. Maybe you went to your Dunkin' today. Maybe you got sucked in by the beautiful pictures that are on the app and you said, wow, look at that pumpkin donut. Wow, look at that frappe. Wow. Because I got to tell you, I'm tasting it and I'm like, I don't feel fall-y. I don't feel it. It's I'm just not feeling it. And I feel like I've let a lot of people down because I'm Mr. Pumpkin in August guy. That's me. That's who I am.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's go. 1059 The Mountain. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Good. Yourself?
I'm doing well. So what do you think about pumpkin here?
No.
No what? In general or no before Labor Day? No what? What's your pumpkin roll?
I think it should be the last of September.
Really? So you're telling me we should get 1 month of pumpkin per year?
Yes.
Really?
Wow, okay.
So, how do you feel about peppermint and Christmas flavors?
Yeah.
That after Thanksgiving.
After Thanksgiving.
So you're a month kind of gal.
Yeah.
You're just 1 month for pumpkin, 1 month for Christmas, 1 month for you're just
Flies
a
by the
month
seat
and
of her
out gal.
pants,
Fly by the seat of your pants kind of gal. 1 month peeps, huh?
That's it. And what is it with the fruit this morning?
The what?
The fruit? Oh, the fruit. Well, they were putting it on pizza. We just wanted to see if anyone was interested in that. There were people that were interested. Now I found a place to get it, so I'm happy. But now I'm disappointed that I went and got pumpkin.
Yeah, they were even talking about prune pizza.
Dude, you need coffee to wake up.
What do you think about prunes on pizza?
No.
No?
I mean, it could help you with staying regular.
Yeah, but that would just,
what's your favorite breakfast?
My favorite breakfast coffee.
Just coffee. No cream of wheat. No grape nuts. Nothing
Special K.
Nothing like that.
Oh, you know what? Hey, man, there's nothing wrong with cereal. Hang on for just 1 second. There's a perfect example. You never know what people are thinking.
Yeah, I got it.
828-240-1059. I mean, do you agree with our friend Donna here? I mean, do you think we've gone too far? Is it too early for pumpkin? I'm going to go out on a limb and say, even though I don't like it today, pumpkin should start at the beginning of August.
Well, I'll tell you what. You go grab it with Donna when she wants to do it. End of September, you snag one with her, and then you head over to her house for a
great
fiber and fig pancake.
Not that you're laughing and trying to figure out how these guys come up with this stuff. Truthfully, we don't have a clue, and we don't really want to. The Rizzo and Jeff Show tries hard. Doesn't that count? We'll be right back on 105.9 The Mountain.
It is 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock. The Rizzo and Jeff Show. Jeff, gravy wrestling.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
A thing we want to be a part of.
110%. And I got news for you. I'm not somebody that is too adverse to different kinds of gravy. You can beef me, chicken me, pork me.
Oh, so you like any kind of beef, chicken, or pork gravy?
Yeah, you can pork me. And, if there's gravy, I'm in. And tell me what's bad about wrestling around in gravy.
Well, I'll tell you this. We're going to hear from Marcus Dumoyer, who says that in his language, I'm an Australian butcher. I'm a butcher and love gravy because I make a lot of blood sausage. When my daddy, Andrew Holt, one of the organizers, did the blood sausage championships, I said, this is a lot tastier than rolling around in blood sausage. So that's what he says, and then you're going to get a little cacophony of, gravy wrestling.
Okay.
Österreichische Fleischer, der Fleisch aus Österreich. Weil ich
You see, so he's talking about blood sausage.
Wir produzieren viel Blutwurst. Und mein Vater hat Andrew Holt. I do nothing. Only working and eat vegan black puddings.
Now Yeah, they're wrestling. Oh. Is that Paradise by the Dashboard Light?
Let's get this fight underway. Whoa! Look at that for a move straight in.
It's probably, well, it was 2007. East Lancashire had a food festival, and we were looking for an event to capture the public, capture the public's imagination, capture the press imagination, and that's what we came up with. It's not about your wrestling prowess, it's much more about entertaining the crowd, as you've seen today.
Sure.
So it's not about your wrestling prowess, it's about entertaining the crowd, Jeff, and not blood sausage, gravy wrestling. I think I'd be an excellent gravy wrestler. I think it would stick in my glistening chest hair. I think I would look great covered in gravy.
Yeah, see, I don't think that I have the hips to wrestle.
Do you
I
have the hips to gravy, though?
No, see, I could manage you and your gravy wrestling, abilities.
So you would be like the guy with the briefcase and the cell phone, and like I would go out and I would.
Why do I have to have a briefcase and a cell phone to be a manager?
Well, that's the manager look, and then you got the leisure suit.
Okay.
Right? And then, like, I come out and, like, I have, like, gravy in my chest hair, and then it glistens in the sun. The ladies love it.
Okay. All right. Now, does it say what specific kinds of gravy? Are we just straight up brown gravy? Where are we headed here?
Well, here's the thing. The World Gravy Championships gives you a plethora of gravies to choose from. They really start with beef pork gravy base, and then they go to turkey gravy, chicken gravy, and then they do a cacophony, a.k.a. a mixture, when they get to the gravy bowl match.
Wow. Okay, so it all comes together, when we get to the championship.
Yeah, which is the gravy bowl.
There's not like a hollandaise in there, nothing of that nature. Not my thing.
Not hollandaise, no Grey Poupon, no aspic or anything like that.
So we got a white country gravy, with the
with the biscuits and stuff. Yeah, I mean, I guess looking at it, but see, it could be turkey. I don't know. But then there's the plain or all fruit, that you cover yourself in to get, to kind of keep yourself slippery.
Okay, so of all things,
you cover yourself in plain or all fruit.
See, I don't think that's a real thing. I think that's a you thing.
No,
and I think
it's real. You have to cover yourself in plain or all fruit.
I think it's a secret weapon of yours.
Plain or all fruit.
And me as your manager, we sat and discussed this, and we thought to get an edge up on the competition that if you slather yourself in plain or all fruit, that you're going to be the champ of the national gravy wrestling. Okay,
and I think I do my woo, my Dean scream.
The Dean scream. All right, the champ of the NGW, the National Gravy Wrestling. Good for you. You made it.
I know, right?
You made it.
Well, that was something. At this point, something is the bar we're shooting for, so we've reached it. What do you expect? You get what you get. The Rizzo and Jeff Show will be back on 105.9 The Mountain.
5.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock. You got the Rizzo and Jeff Show. I think this is a great idea. However, Jeff, people are killing Venmo Mom, as she's coined, on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter because she posted a video. It's gone viral. She says, look, I don't want to do anything with my kids or help out at the kids' school or go to the lunches or anything, so just tell me what you need and I'll Venmo you.
Okay, so she doesn't want to do PTA. She doesn't want to be involved in whatever scenario could go on, that there's some kind of event at the school.
Like I know that they have a dad bus wash, like at the Bambine School. I'll do that, but could I Venmo money instead? I don't. People are really divided on this woman. This is what she said.
I don't know about anyone else out there, but Meet the Teacher is super stressful. I do not want to be involved at all. I will make sure my kids do their homework, get to school on time. I don't want to be on PTO, PTA, room mom, team mom. I don't want to do any of that. And I start getting real stressed when they start asking for volunteers. I know they're judging me because I'm not raising my hand, but I don't want to come in. I don't want to set up. If the room mom needs money, fine. I'll Venmo money right over. But I successfully avoided all of that today. I even told one of the coaches that I am a Venmo mom.
Therefore, she's a Venmo mom. I mean, look, I get that people don't like confrontation, but you don't want to do anything with your kid. Then why do you have a kid?
Well, you don't even want to. You know what I mean? You don't want to. It's stressful to meet your child's teacher. That's stressful to you.
I will say this: there are people who get overwhelmed. I guess
that's a lot, Rizzo.
Well, listen, is meeting a teacher overwhelming? No, but maybe just being the one, because there are schools who are like, okay, parents, we need this, we need this, we need this, we need this. You know what I mean? So like, it's a lot.
Okay, but if these are the simple things in life when it comes to raising a kid. So these are the easy parts: meeting the teacher, maybe coming in for an arts and crafts day. All right, when they're a teenager and you give them their car for the first time and they total it, or they get arrested, or they drop out of college, or something goes on, or they miss their period. Okay, these are the simple things. Well, you can't handle these simple things.
I got to be honest with you. I say Venmo them.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, kid got arrested, DUI, Venmo the cop.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know, drop out of class, guess what? Venmo the kid.
So just
Venmo. I like this. I actually really like this idea. Just hands off. You need some money to help. I'm there to help. I'm there for you.
No, what's going to happen is that when the kid gets into soccer at school, you're going to want to be the coach because, you want to do the dad thing. And then when you're out there and the team is 0-16, they're going to Venmo you to leave. Okay?
You're going to Venmo me right the heck out of town.
Does your brain hurt? Do you feel confused? Well, we decided we're willing to buy you off. Text LUNCH to 828-240-1059 and you'll be entered to win lunch for you and 10 of your coworkers. Did that buy anyone off? We also have more music and more Rizzo and Jeff show soon on 1059 The Mountain.
Hey, this is Mike Figura, owner of Mosaic Realty. Interest rates have dropped since their peak, and while inventory is still tight, there are more homes on the market than in the last few years. If you have been thinking about buying a home, now could be a great time to discover if the perfect home is waiting for you. One of our professional Mosaic Realty buyer's agents can help you guide your search to make it easy, fun, and get you the best deal on your next home. So visit mymosaicrealty.com to check out our agent of the week, Mallory Steenstrup, because in Mosaic Realty, we love Asheville too.
Make the most out of summer with great deals on a great selection of Ram light-duty and heavy-duty pickup trucks. And right now, during the Ram Make This the Summer event, get an exceptional deal on the 2024 Ram 1500, the most luxurious Ram 1500 ever. Or get a heavy-duty deal on the powerful Ram 2500 and Ram 3500, the most advanced Ram heavy-duty pickups ever. Make this the summer to remember with great deals on award-winning Ram trucks. See your local Ram dealer now during the Ram Make This the Summer event, based on standard and available features offered.
It is 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock. The 105.9 The Mountain. I'm sorry, I always get confused. It's like they're talking to space. It's like what are the they're talking outer space. But then they have a phone at the end. It throws me every time.
Before we came on, you said, "Oh, this is the song that ends with that."
That ends with that, but it still throws me.
I said to you, "Why don't you just wait for the song to end?"
Because the song ended, but what they're doing is they're talking to space.
And then
we have two people stuck in space.
And then your tongue twisting here because you didn't wait. You've been jumping all over everything. Pumpkin spice, songs. All right, the Ropers.
The Ropers.
All right.
Coming up, we're going to be talking about Coca-Cola, cocaine, and MDMA.
Oh, that should help things.
The Rizzo and Jeff Show, right here on 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock. It is time for your favorite part of the day.
From Tinseltown to the 828 and beyond, it's time to razzle dazzle on the Rizzo and Jeff Show. All the things that are not fit to print, talk about, mention, discuss, or frankly that important but somehow find their way here. We're sorry, and yes, Jeff can't stand it either. Time for Rizzo's Razzle Dazzle on 105.9 The Mountain.
Gotta tell you that
what?
Kind of sounds like the J&N a little bit, but go ahead, continue.
Listen, I even put your name there. I was like, Jeff doesn't like it. I put some carnival music in the background.
It's basically like the J&N.
No, because listen,
you want to talk about.
Well, no.
We're sorry, and yes, Jeff can't stand it either. Time for Rizzo's.
Wait, where's the
about, mention, discuss, or frankly that important, but somehow find
the. See the carnival music?
What do you got?
All right, so we got a guy who's sniffing panties.
Oh, he's got my knickers. He's sniffing them. Oh, he's actually taken my knickers. He's sniffing them.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's put them in his pocket.
Now, see that sniffing the lady's knickers while she was away. She walks in, she catches them. Is this guy creative? Is this guy naughty?
So he was a bellhop.
Bellhop. By the way, perfect uniform. By the way, best bellhop uniform I've ever seen.
Yeah. Okay.
Maroon, gold, beautiful hat.
Oh, that's quality.
Isn't that quality hat?
So she comes back. I guess she was doing it, and she rolls back and she sees that he's all over it, huh?
He's all over it.
Okay.
He's all over it. So there's that kind, but then people are calling this guy a perv, and I don't know if this is the fairest of titles for this man who was at a concert. Yes, he was inebriated, maybe a little intoxicated, but when you release a press release that starts off this way, you've already condemned the guy, all right? So if it starts off just like this.
I don't think anyone should be peeing on anybody.
Okay, does that not already mean you're guilty?
Well, first off,
you know what I mean?
First off, pal, okay, slow down. People are into certain things. All right.
Okay.
All right. I worked in an adult store.
You did.
I've seen things.
You did.
All right. So just don't say you don't. Just because you believe that people shouldn't be peeing them. That's your opinion. Okay?
You know what? You're right. So they start out like this.
I don't think anyone should be peeing on anybody.
I think that's pretty wild. I've been to a lot of concerts, and that I don't ever hear that.
It sounds disgusting and horrifying. And just the fact it's an officer, you would think they're there to protect you from people like that.
So what happened was a police officer, a little inebriated, he accidentally thought that a leg was a lavatory facility. Can't blame him. I mean, things are dark. It's, I'm not sticking up for the guy. I think it's wrong.
I contend, okay, that out of the gate, we got the mug shot and everything from this poor cop.
We got the mug.
I contend that he was prepared, he was going, and then at some point somebody entered the realm of the stream, and that is what happened.
So you believe someone did a stream enter?
Listen, we've all been drunk. I don't think that anybody has just totally walked up to somebody, looked at their leg, whipped it out, and went.
Well, and I think that's how they're making it out to be, and it's not fair.
Yeah, they're vilifying the guy.
They're vilifying the guy for having a strong stream.
Right.
And if you have a strong stream, sometimes you can't stop your strong stream.
You know that when you've been holding the beer, or maybe he was waiting in the bathroom line for a long time to get in, they could be a nightmare, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So, I think that somebody entered within the orbit. The orbit.
The orbit.
And that's kind of what happened. So,
I mean, I don't think they're the same at all, even though they're being billed as the same. I think one was just a misfortunate accident. The other one, the guy just is a bellhop who likes panties.
Yeah, I think this is pretty cut and dry. All right,
it was a cut and dry razzle dazzle.
The thoughts, opinions, and things said on this show, we've chalked up to just a part of their journey. Here's to hoping some good music, and the next thing they talk about is a little better. More music and Rizzo and Jeff show coming up on 105.9 The Mountain.
I don't think anyone has ever been in love like this man. It is 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock. The Rizzo and Jeff show. Jeff, this Indiana man is a romantic. Well, of sorts, anyway. This Indiana man wanted to marry this woman so much. Jeff, he loved her so much.
He had the butterflies, the whole deal. Remember all that?
Yeah. Here's the thing. Alfred Ruff. Alfie Ruff.
That's what they call him there in Indiana.
71 years old, pleaded guilty to aggravated battery, poisoning, risking of death, level 3 felonies, and conspiracy to commit murder when, he began dating a much younger woman. And he wanted to, I guess, marry this much younger one, but the mom... Well, she was none too pleased.
So the mom, he's in his 70s. We're here in the middle of Indiana. You can just take a wild guess what the hell's going on there.
He looks like BTK.
All right, so he looks like a serial killer. So he rolls in, the younger woman's mom says, no way, this ain't happening. I'm not game with it. And
because it was clearly a cash grab, I guess, for her. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious.
All right.
So what he did was he said, well, listen, let's have your mom over.
Oh, okay.
Let me ask her. All right, let me cook her some empanadas.
Oh, delicious. Right. What a call. What an Indiana call to make.
Isn't that an Indiana call?
Yeah, right. Empanadas.
Let me get some Spanish rice.
I bet you there's not one Spanish restaurant in Indiana.
Well, he said, let me get some broccoli.
Well, don't they do the what's the big sandwich there, Indianapolis? They do bang out the pork patty.
The pork
They have
patty?
these thin pork sandwiches. That's their thing.
The permanente?
No. They bread them. They take a pork chop, they hammer it out, they bread them, and then that's the sandwich. That's their big thing in Indiana.
Oh, okay. Well, it's just good to know. Well, anyway, so he said, listen, I would like to get you a banged-up pork sandwich.
Right.
All right. And he goes, you know what? Are you thirsty? And she said, I absolutely am. He said, let me give you some Coca-Cola. Who doesn't like a good old refreshing Coca-Cola, Jeff?
Delicious. Coca-Cola, classic.
That seemed to do the trick.
Yeah.
That seemed to do the trick. However, after eating the food and drinking that delicious Coca-Cola Classic, she got a little tum-tum ache, and then things started to go real wrong. She went to the hospital, found out that he had put cocaine, MDMA, which is ecstasy, benzodiazepines, such as morphine drips and Xanax in her Coca-Cola, so that he could get her whacked enough for her to say yes, because she did say yes after taking the Coke. So,
well, the first two drugs there sound like a Saturday night party from 20 years ago.
I was going to say, yeah, it sounds like an early 2000s luau.
Right.
But then the benzodiazepines and the morphine, I think, really maybe have taken it over the top. See, Ali Ruff should have just stuck with the cocaine and the MDMA.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I agree. And everything was good there, and then when he started mixing it all together.
Yeah, he's not a pharmacist, man. You can't mix things together like that.
By the way, it's the Indiana pork tenderloin sandwich. So it's a breaded and fried pork tenderloin cutlet, and it's served on a Kaiser. So
with cocaine MDMA?
Obviously.
Does your brain hurt? Do you feel confused? Well, we decided we're willing to buy you off. Text LUNCH to 828-240-1059, and you'll be entered to win lunch for you and 10 of your coworkers. Did that buy anyone off? We also have more music and more Rizzo and Jeff show soon on 1059 The Mountain.
It is 1059 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff show. And as usual, we get to almost nothing that we plan, but for good reason. We have a very, very judicious self-defense business that is rolling hot.
Hey.
Rizzo and Jeff tried to do their work today, but just couldn't quite get it done. So here's where they try to cram it all in at the end. It's what didn't make the show on 1059 The Mountain.
Now, there is a self-defense store. Self-defense store is a store that not only teaches, but also sells self-defense things, weapons and clubs and
billy
knives.
Clubs. They sell billy clubs.
Billies. You name it, they got it. Right. So, anyway, unfortunately, the store can't defend itself, and it has been burglarized 2 times in the past week. People keep hitting the self-defense store, and the owner is just at a loss.
Yeah.
Because the owner is very good at self-defense, but unfortunately, they wait till the owner goes bye-bye, and the store can't use a billy.
I'll tell you what, why doesn't the owner, if the owner's such a big tough guy, why doesn't the owner just, spend like 3 weeks of just like sleeping over in the store, defending the store, staying in the store.
Doing like Chuck Norris kicks and everything, like Hoya!
There you go. He's a real Walker, Texas Ranger, huh? So he can get in there and do that, yeah.
Well, he's a real Seagal.
Is he?
Yeah, he is.
That's nobody mess with that guy. He hangs around with Putin, playing games with the doll.
Rizzo and Jeff tried to do their work today, but just couldn't quite get it done. So here's where they try to cram it all in at the end. It's what didn't make the show on 1059 The Mountain.
Yeah, Seagal, you take a sip of Tang and it's over.
Well, it depends on where you're at. If you're in St. Petersburg. Listen, there's a lonely dolphin, and he's looking for a mate. He's looking for love. Although what he's doing is he's hurting people. And they went and they had a person talk to this dolphin. They speak. They were like wah, 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 wah. And they found out that the lonely dolphin
that his name happened to start with Ace and then with Ventura.
No, the bottlenose dolphin. They have people who can talk about it. And he's sexually frustrated and he's beating up people in a Japanese seaside town.
Well, you have to understand.
This is a sexually frustrated dolphin.
Dolphins are very wild when they mate.
They're wild.
So, and they say that the lunging on top of humans could be seen as an act, a sexual act, and
he's been doing it to these poor Japanese people.
That's a shame.
That's a lot of shame.
Yeah. Well, be careful there. dolphin sushi in a second. You better slow down.
Better watch out over there, Mimsy.
Dolphin, you.
Rizzo and Jeff tried to do their work today, but just couldn't quite get it done. So here's where they try to cram it all in at the end. It's what didn't make the show on 105.9 The Mountain.
And we got a real bummer. We got an unemployed man, no job, no money, no bank account, who had a Lamborghini seized from him. He's got unexplained wealth. They don't know where it's coming from. He's got no job, got really nowhere to go. Doesn't do anything, but has a $450,000 car was seized yesterday. Kind of feel bad for the guy. Maybe that was his home.
What the hell is it their business what he's doing? Where he gets his money. What are they worried about it for? So what?
Well, they seized it. They said that it wasn't acquired. The Lamborghini was not initially acquired by its unemployed owner, through a lotto win. But what they did was they believe that he got it through organized crime. So he's a habitual gambler and doesn't have a job, but he got himself a Lamborghini through the mafia. Now, here's the thing. If the mafia gives you a car and then it gets impounded, you're going to lose your legs or you're going to have a horse in your bed.
No.
All right.
No,
got to tell you, you're going to get knocker knees.
Well, first off, don't know why a horse is in your bed, but I'm going to tell you.
From The Godfather, the horse head.
Yeah, right. That's right. Well, you know what you're going to be? You're going to be in the trunk. It's going to be squished, and you're going to be Hoffa. Okay? That's you. You're
going to be in Giant Stadium.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, well, we hope that you're laughing and trying to figure out how these guys come up with this stuff. Truthfully, we don't have a clue, and we don't really want to. The Rizzo and Jeff Show tries hard. Doesn't that count? We'll be right back on 105.9 The Mountain.
The dichotomy of the nursing home. It's 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock. The Rizzo and Jeff Show. Jeff, there's quite a dichotomy. We are going to play you two clips. The first one is of this slippery little dolphin here. She has a boyfriend, and she gives updates on the tea inside of her nursing home.
Yeah, she has become quite a little internet sensation.
Oh, she's a star.
So she's in the nursing home, and everything, the drama, the lovemaking, all of it that goes on, she updates you with it.
And here is the latest update.
I'm hungover. I partied too hard. The party was lit. Let me tell you about it. It was shut down because it was too loud. Dorothy reported it. She's a little snitch. Here's the update on the drama. My boyfriend talked to the guy that was flirting with me. He told me it's not going to be a problem anymore. Too bad it didn't get physical. Who wouldn't want to see two old guys fight? Then we play spin the wheelchair. It's when you get
Okay. Stop.
Spin the wheelchair.
Spin the wheelchair after you're two dudes to fight and they're kissing? What?
No, a party was shut down. She's hungover because a party was shut down.
Because some lady was a snitch.
The lady snitched.
Okay.
They play spin the wheelchair.
Spin the wheelchair? Is that?
Wow.
But then she's cheating.
Kiss some guy that kisses better than my boyfriend. I'm ashamed that I said it, but it's the truth. Don't tell him I said it. Okay, I'm going to take a nap now.
Now, how do you go on social media and admit that you've just cheated?
Because she probably knows that she's the only one on social media and none of them know how to do it. Okay? Nobody has a clue.
She's so famous now. She's got millions of followers. Somebody's going to tell her boyfriend that she's kissing the guy in the wheelchair.
Does she sound like she cares? She's playing spin the wheelchair. I mean, that's how you party, my friend.
That is a party.
You think you can have a good time with Elvis? I'll tell you, roll into one of those places, I got to tell you.
Well, then there's the other side of this, Jeff, where there's a guy who's 116 and he'd just leave him alone. Listen to this poor man. Tell me if you understand any. They're saying what happens every time someone says, how do you live this long? What's the key to a long life?
When I'm 116, I don't even know what I'm doing. So don't ask me how I made it this far. I don't even know.
And this guy probably made an oopsie in his pants. And listen to this poor guy.
What's your secret?
Don't know.
You don't know? Nothing to do with fish and chips then?
No idea, really. Just luck, I think. I don't have a special diet. I don't eat steak and chips. I eat fish and chips. No, I don't smoke. I got no pleasure from it, and so I didn't smoke.
All right.
If you drink too much or you eat too much.
So you see the dichotomy when you could be...
Two old guys fight. then replace, spin the wheelchair.
All right, so I, look at the dichotomy here, people.
I know. Well, listen, at 116, you're not sure how you got there. And yes, you'd probably sound like you're eating your own tongue as well, okay? All right? Okay? Leave him alone. How does he made it? I don't know. And he doesn't even know why he's still here.
He wishes he wasn't.
He's just letting
me
go.
He's just, slipping her like a seal.
Fish and chips. Shut up.
Big fat shout out to my good friend Bill and our friends at Voodoo Brewing Company down there in Arden. I got to tell you, bringing you Listener Court each and every single week. He was a deciding vote last week on Listener Court, but, Voodoo Brewing is a sponsor for Listener Court, and we are so excited to partner with them, Jeff, and we've been there many times. Great food, great beer, great lunch, great staff, good service. Outside, you can bring your pup. It's a great place to go, Jeff.
It's awesome. And after this, he might not ask you to MC anything going forward. We're going to see.
Well, you know what? Maybe, or maybe he'll say that's the best darn MC in the world. What is Listener Court about? Well, it's a little special today. Jeff and I just want to know your thoughts, okay? Jeff and I went to Harris Cherokee Resort and Casino for an appearance over the weekend. Okay? Now, what did you honestly think? 500 maybe, right? What was your thought of it? Because we didn't know the crowd size, so what was your guess?
Yeah, it's our first time there, 500 to 750. That's what you think initially, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't know. What do we know?
What do we know, right? So anyway, we go up and we're in this, I felt like Lenny Kravitz. We go up this VIP elevator. We're in the back. Chris is walking us around. It's crazy. We're having a cool time. We're walking through the backstage. I'm like, wow, this is quite a production. Then he goes, okay, so I'm going to walk you out. And I said, okay, cool. What do you need from us? He said, just, say hi, introduce yourselves. And, he goes on his little walkie-talkie, he goes, and you can see the video on the 105.9 The Mountain Facebook page. Okay. He goes, Spotlight 1, Elvis 1, mic on. And then he literally pushes it like 3, 2, 1, go. And then we walk out. So I walk out. And I see about 5,000 people in front of me, and this is what happens. This is us right before we go out to right when we go out.
All right, we're going to do it. Here we go. What do I say? Are you ready for Elvis? I don't know. Okay. Oh, 3, 2, 1, count. Here. Come on. All right. All right.
How's everybody doing here tonight? All right. Who likes Elvis Presley? That was terrible. I said, who loves Elvis Presley? All right. We are Rizzo and Jeff from 105.9 The Mountain. Thank you for having us come out here tonight. But we're going to turn it over. Enjoy the show. You got some great performers. And one more time, the king never died. For Elvis Presley, ladies and gentlemen. One more time.
Whoa.
Yes! Let the show begin! Thank you!
Okay.
Thank you!
All right.
What?
Okay.
What's wrong?
You thought you did a bang-up job,
I
right?
did!
You did. And this is Listener Court today. Did he do a good job?
Did I do a good job or not?
Or do you feel, and there was 2 hiccups in there, one that I thought it wasn't as good as it could be, all right? That's just my side of Listener Court. Because you tried to get the crowd going, then told him it was terrible, but you didn't almost say it, all right? So you insulted him coming out of the gate. And then on the back end, you start this scream as if you're, like I don't even know what to say. You became like a bear at the end.
Okay, so it started out as we walked out, we got, this is what we got. All right, that was kind of meh. All right. So I'm like, let's pump these people up. How's everybody doing here tonight?
But you insult him here. Get ready.
What? All right. Who likes Elvis Presley? I'm like, you could do better than this. That was terrible. I said, who loves Elvis Presley? But then they got up. All right. We are Rizzo and Jeff from 105.9 The Mountain. I love it. For having us come out here. Now, here comes the big screen. We're going to turn it over. Enjoy the show. You got some great performers.
Like you're going to tear your shirt off at the end. Like Hulk Hogan.
The king never died.
King never died.
For Elvis Presley, ladies and gentlemen. One more time. Woo! Yes. Yeah. Let the show begin.
Let the show begin.
Thank you.
What are you, Barnum Bailey?
Well, what's wrong?
Okay. All right. Look,
listen.
that's just my opinion. And,
Okay.
you have yours. So
All right.
we put it out there for listener.
828-240-1059. We have tickets to ZZ Top. How do you feel that went? Did I do a good job?
Okay.
Was I hyping up the crowd? Was I exciting? Or like Jeff said, did I leave something to be desired?
How did it do?
Well, what?
Yeah.
828-240-1059. Tell me how good I did. Tell me.
Do you say dungarees and slip into your comfy clothes after a hard day's work? Well, the Rizzo and Jeff Show is the show for you on 105.9 The Mountain.
It is 105.9 Mount Asheville's classic rock. That was Aerosmith. We got Jeff going down 26. Jeff, what's going on, man?
Headed to Marion, North Carolina to go to work.
Wow. How can we help you?
Well, I said call in and give some input on that crowd enthusiasm speech I just heard there.
Enthusiasm? I'm not sure I heard enthusiasm, but what did you hear?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think he was getting the crowd pumped up a little bit.
Okay. All right.
Fair.
You know, but
wait a minute. How often do you talk in front of 5,000
listen, you
people?
can't do that to him. It's not his job. Jeff, that's like having a good night with your wife, and you asked her, and she said, satisfactory.
Fair, yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So you're telling me I was what, a 5 out of 10, Jeff?
6, 7 out of 10 would work.
Okay, 7's not bad.
All right.
It was all right. I mean, it wasn't Kamala or nothing, but
yeah.
Well, I'm not waltzing up there like Governor Walz, but we do our best.
Well, unlike her, Rizzo and me actually talk to people.
Yeah, correct.
Right.
All right, buddy. Thanks for the call this morning. We appreciate you. Okay.
All right, man.
All right, thanks, buddy. Have a great day. All right, well, there you go. Fair to Midland there, Jeff.
That's it. Look, that's our whole lives.
All right, here's a little old-time rock and roll Bob Seger. It's 105.9 The Mountain. More of your calls coming up next.
Satisfactory.
It is 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff show. And Jeff, a lot of people are supporting me because of my, introduction at Elvis we went to over the weekend at Harrah's Cherokee Casino and Resort.
Yeah, and listening to it, it was, I felt like maybe you hit the crowd with a little something in the beginning. You didn't like how they were getting hyped right away for your liking. And then at the end, you have what now listeners have coined the Dean scream. If you remember presidential candidate Howard Dean ruined his whole career with it.
He did this. All right, now... did I do that? I don't know. I will play for you what I did. I think I did a little bit better than that. Who likes Elvis Presley? That was terrible. I said, who loves Elvis Presley? All right. We are Rizzo and Jeff from 105.9 The Mountain. Thank you for having us come out here tonight. But we're going to turn it over. Enjoy the show. You got some great performers. Now here comes the alleged Dean scream. The king never died. For Elvis Presley, ladies and gentlemen. One more time! Yes! Let the show begin! Is that the Dean scream? The yes!
Well, nothing could be the Dean.
Yes! Is that it?
Nothing could be the Dean scream, but that's something.
All right, so 828-240-1059. So many people calling in again. Shout out to Voodoo Brewing for sponsoring Listener Court again. Right there in Orton, a great place for lunch, great place for dinner, great place to bring your pet. Just hang out for the weekend. And I'm sure Bill would agree that I didn't have the Dean scream. But you know what? There's a lot of people on the phone. Let's just get right to them. I believe my man Keith is up first. Keith, good morning. What do you think here, buddy?
Hey, good morning. I could tell you was nervous, but I think you did a really good job.
I mean, look, man, listen, I was expecting, 300-400 people. I go out, there's like 4,000 or 5,000, and they go, here's a mic, here's a spotlight, howdy doody.
But Keith, here it is. I think he hogged the mic, and the thing is that you don't have too many chances where you're in front of that many people. You don't have time to choke. Okay,
you think I choked?
No, I think he razzle-dazzled him.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
A razzle and a dazzle.
Let's not push it, okay?
I got to tell you, that's what I like to hear.
Right.
Keith, thank you, my friend. You have a good day, okay, buddy?
You too. Have a good one.
All right, you too. Look at that, a razzle and a dazzle.
All right, have a good one.
All right. Billy, good morning. Do you think I did a Dean scream? What'd you think I do? How'd you think I did at that Elvis thing, huh?
I think it's great. That was awesome.
Oh, well,
okay.
That's all I need.
That's it, huh?
You're, thank you so much.
Billy, thanks.
Who do we have here, Jeff?
Grandma Emma stuck in traffic back on the road.
What do you think, Grandma Emma?
I think you did a really good job. Now, and this comes from an expert because I have introduced people. I have been a booking agent and a manager for bands. So I think you did a really good job.
Now,
you're trying to hype them up. You're hyping them up.
And I did. Listen, Jeff and I walked to that beautiful stage and Harris Cherokee Resort and Casino. It was immaculate and it was amazing. I didn't think we were going to be in the main room with 5,000 people and him saying, "Spotlight, microphone, go."
Yeah, but Grandma, I mean, you heard everybody's there for Elvis. I feel like he might have come out a little too aggressive. No.
Well, he came out, and that was a good thing. In front of 5,000 people, I mean, you're nervous anyway, because that's 5,000 people.
Right, and I'm in a wig.
Yeah.
I did this at a nursing home, but I dressed up like Anne Margaret, and I came out and introduced Elvis, and but I sang a couple of his songs, but while they were waiting.
Oh boy!
Oh boy! Okay.
So you're you think I did a good job considering the circumstances, huh?
Yes, I do.
Well, you know what, Grandma?
So you were just
no,
you're hyping them up.
That's it.
Okay.
I hyped up as hype as I could for that crowd, and I appreciate you noticing that, Grandma Emma.
Yes.
You have
I'm always on your side.
Yeah,
I love
seems
it.
to be.
Hey, listen, you have a wonderful day, okay?
Yes, thank you, dear. Bye-bye.
All right, take it easy. All right, what do you think? 828-240-1059, Jeff. The first two, pretty cut and dry. You were great, and you were great.
I'm not
was
saying
great.
that you were awful. I'm just saying it left a little to be desired.
Did it leave a little to be desired, Jeff? Or are you just jealous that you don't have it in your pipes to do this? That's what it is, isn't it? You can't stand it. You can't do the Dean scream. That's what it is, isn't it, brother? Be honest.
I can't scream like Dean. Okay, I'll be all right.
You'll be all right?
I'll be all right, yes.
All right, listen, it looks like I won listener court handily. I should celebrate.
Yeah, celebrate at Voodoo, all right?
All right, I'll celebrate at Voodoo. Yeah!
Okay, it's clear they learned nothing. So we'll have to do this again next week. Another edition of Listener Court next Tuesday at 8 a.m. Or you can pick up anywhere you left off, anywhere podcasts are found, by searching Rizzo and Jeff in the Morning.